Versatile Mage. Chapter 36. Send me a WeChat location. Not yet, Mo Fan replied. I'll have to resign myself to my fate. If my judgment is really that bad, then having who I thought to be the reliable Mrs. Tang Yu help me with this problem. I get whatever I deserve. Your pendant is also a Stardust magic tool, Mrs. Tang Yu finally said. Mo Fan listened sincerely. However, it is different from the Stardust magic tool we usually see. It is a growth-type Stardust magic tool, Mrs. Tang Yu said with a severe gaze. Growth-type Stardust magic tool. Mo Fan had never heard of this concept before. If you were to talk about embedding an attribute via a gem, he would understand that theory, as there was plenty of it in games. This Stardust magic tool is an absolute gem under the heavens. This is due to it originally having the same function as other Stardust magic tools, but it is also capable of growing. It is able to absorb the magical energy from other Stardust magic tools in order to boost its own capabilities. After absorbing enough magical energies from other Stardust magic tools, it is able to raise its spiritual level. Mrs. Tang Yu earnestly explained to Mo Fan. As Mo Fan heard this, he felt great waves rolling within his heart. A Stardust magic tool that is capable of growing. An extremely average Stardust magic tool was considered a treasure by both the school and ancient families. Even an incomparably preeminent student would need to take turns to use it, showing just how precious and rare they were. A spirit-grade Stardust magic tool possessed twice the efficiency of a common-grade Stardust magic tool. Mu Bai had said that within all of Bo City, one could find very few of them. One of the known ones was in Mu Ningshui's possession. One wouldn't need to guess to know that it was most likely a treasure of the Mu family. The little Loach pendant actually possessed the ability to grow itself into a treasure of that level. Mo Fan had roughly guessed that this might be an incredible item, but he never thought it would be incredible to that extent. Sheet. With this kind of treasure, even a person with principles would feel jealous enough to kill for it. According to what people said, it was common for magicians to fight over a treasure. At the moment, he was only a small magician. If Mrs. Tang Yu really were to have a change of heart, then tomorrow's news really would read, a certain genius from Tianlan Magic High jumped off the roof due to the pressure from school. More on page 2. Mrs. Tang Yu, I feel like a small magician such as myself is unable to manage something so precious. I'll give it to you so you can research it. Mo Fan wasn't a fool, thus, he immediately said this sincerely. Even if Mrs. Tang Yu appeared to be a very righteous person, a person's character was very hard to predict. Mo Fan wasn't childish enough to think that Mrs. Tang Yu wasn't a bad person just because she was pretty. Puff. Tang Yu immediately started to laugh at what Mo Fan had said. The lovely scene of her laughing was touchingly beautiful. Mo Fan's expression was blank. He didn't know what he did to make a beauty like Tang Yu laugh like that. Mo Fan, on the day of the annual examination, when you righteously slandered Mu Juoyan from that small family, I thought you were a firm and unyielding man. Just now, I was thinking about confiscating your particular treasure. After all, it is not something a small magician like you is able to manage. However, I never thought that the firm and unyielding you would hand it over. That really makes my impression of you take a 180-degree turn. Mrs. Tang Yu's laugh sounded as pleasant as peach blossoms in spring. Mo Fan awkwardly laughed. An unyielding character is only worth so much. A life is more important. When scolding Mu Juoyan, Mo Fan was well aware of the consequences. If one were to integrate themselves into this society, one couldn't be so naive and stupid. Whether it was the Science Society or the Magic Society, maturing early, what's so bad about that? Then, Mrs. Tang Yu, how do you plan on solving this? Mo Fan asked her. All right, I know you are very reluctant to part with it. It's good that you told me about this. If it was any other teacher, they really would pull something disadvantageous to you in order to stand above thousands of others. Tang Yu's smile faded as she spoke seriously. Mo Fan's eyes shone. It seemed like he had chosen the right person this time. This Mrs. Tang Yu really was different from the other magic teachers who seemed righteous, but was something else on the inside. First, you cannot tell anyone about it being a growth-type Stardust magic tool. I reckon with your intelligence, you wouldn't tell anyone else anyway. Second, it's not because I'm not interested in your growth-type Stardust magic tool, but because the Stardust magic tool is somewhat special. It seems like it has a trace of an unbroken spiritual link with you, Mrs. Tang Yu told Mo Fan honestly. Wow, this thing was a binding equipment. Mo Fan really felt baffled. No wonder why every time he tried to remove the loach pendant, an indescribable resistance arose. Lastly, the growth-type Stardust magic tool needs to grow. It uses spirit essence and other Stardust magic tools as fuel. Currently, it is only a common grade Stardust magic tool. Despite the pendant being equipped with the ability to grow, whether it really will grow is hard to say. Or, the resources it requires to grow might be much larger than a spirit grade Stardust magic tool. In that sense, your inherited family treasure might be no different than a trash grade tool, Tang Yu said. Mo Fan nodded his head and thought for a moment before asking, Mrs. Tang Yu, what is spirit essence? At the moment a magical beast dies, its soul will leave its physical body. A soul leaving the body becomes a spirit after its life has ended. If the soul remains in the body after death, then it will emit a special spirit radiance. That type of soul after death would be 10 times more pure than a common soul, and is called a spirit essence. A spirit essence is an important material for refining a Stardust magic tool. As expected of a teacher, her easy explanation made Mo Fan want to write it down. Basically, if I wanted to make it grow, then the best way would be to collect spirit essence. Alright, I better hurry up and increase my strength so I can go kill some magical beasts and collect spirit essences. Mo Fan said enthusiastically. Tang Yu nodded, followed by saying, hurry and collect them. Remember to send me a WeChat location before you die. I will go to the magical beast's stomach to retrieve your skeleton and the growth magic tool. The corner of Mo Fan's mouth twitched. He didn't know how to reply to that. Give me the broken Stardust magic tool that was given to you by the school. I'll settle this matter for you. This is me helping you privately, so just see it as you owing me one, Mrs. Tang Yu said, not joking in the slightest. Thank you, Mrs. Tang Yu. If I can be of use in the future, don't hesitate to tell me. Mo Fan replied. Asking Mrs. Tang Yu for help was indeed not bad. The most headache-inducing problem had been solved by her. As long as I don't get expelled by the school, then I'm alright. Also, the little loach pendant obtaining the energy of the Stardust magic tool signifies that I'll be able to use it permanently. That was amazing. People like Mu Bai and Zhu Zhaoting would only be able to use the Stardust magic tool for a month, and even that Yuang, who was going to duel Mo Fan, would only be allowed to use his for half a year. Mo Fan himself would be able to use it non-stop for a whole year. His cultivation would surpass them by a whole street. He couldn't help but give the little loach pendant a kiss. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.